coach, had to take a leave of absence. Situation, we told you 4 games this year. There were 1-possession games. They only were able to grab 1 of those. But Arlington, one of the more talented teams in the league, that went 1-5 in 1-possession games. They want to finish 500. They have a chance to do that here. Our progressive first half stats shape up this way, Jordan.
Yeah, really lopsided because of some of the turnovers. The ball hit the ground too frequently on both sides. But for the Brahmas, I mentioned it in the first half, just 25 rushing yards. This is an offense that needs to be balanced. So although the score is 20-3 right now, they need to come out on this opening drive, run the football, ball control, try to put together a long drive here so they can try to regain some momentum. You're not going to get it all back, all 17 points in one big play.
The offensive play caller for San Antonio, as well as being the head coach.
Who's the Z? Yeah. What's up?
Start off with Corbin on the ground. Former Florida State Seminole star running back, tackled by Stars and Payne. Meanwhile, Marvin Sanders, the defensive coordinator for Arlington.
Let's go for the draw.
Number 1 defense in the UFL is playing like it.
Trips left, firm, blue F2, white stick, on 1, ready?
Hey! This is a pass, though. Be patient. Be patient for a second. It's a pass.
Second down, Mond with a man trying to take him down, and he had no choice there as Johnson was right on top of him.
Yeah, he's trying to go to his tight end, Stellanos, but watch the linebacker, I believe it's Donald Payne, get right underneath the stick route. That's where Mond's going to go with his eyes. This ball's supposed to be out of his hand quickly. Payne does a great job of closing the gap there, spooked Mond a little bit. And then a scramble when your offensive line knows the ball should be out quick is never going to work, and Mond just tried to dirt the ball there and ended up getting a flag and intentional ground. It's just really tough on the offensive line. They're expecting that ball to be out. Should be in 2 seconds. They're not expecting you to scramble there.
14:05.
They did call intentional grounding.
Correction, it is. Please reset the 14 minutes, 5 seconds.
Okay, well, then we better get Tristan ready. For Brad? Okay, and then Tristan better be ready because I'm not going for it on my own -11.
They go with the tunnel screen that Ward is able to make the most of. Greg Ward Jr., former star quarterback at Houston, pro receiver now.
I heard Peyton Party say he's not going for it on his own -11. Picked up a good chunky yards there, but it'll be the punt team.
And it's Tristan Viscano who's out there to punt. The place kicker and kickoff specialist instead of Brad Wing. And it actually takes a fortunate bounce as San Antonio had to turn to their place kicker there to punt the ball away.
We're going to see Luis Perez again. I think a lot of conversation this week was, we're going to see Holton Allers, the backup quarterback, in more of a substantial role, not just those packages that really, to Luke's point, haven't worked tonight. They said, no, this is Luis's team.
Boys. Finish strong, boys.
He's still got a lot of stuff he wants to prove, and he has been perfect so far today.
Let's go, boys. Hey, we're going dump left. Gecko 4. On top, ready?
So we just heard that Brad Wing, the starting punter, is dealing with a hamstring, and that is why Viscano came in to punt. Hunter trying to work his way ahead for a gain of just 2 yards. Jordan Williams, leading tackler.
Dixie Pacer 7, tempo.
There's Chuck Long, play caller.
Hey. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
2nd and 7. Hunter again. He is tackled by Isaiah Buggs.
Say 3rd and 4. Yeah, 3rd and 4.
Will Reed, the defensive coordinator.
Dime.
Go away. 3 check. Away. 3 check.
See if Will Reed dials up some pressure here to try to force the issue. Doesn't look like they're going to. They're going to play coverage here on 3rd and medium.
Perez on 3rd down. Ran for a touchdown earlier. This is a little more of what we're used to seeing with Luis Perez as a runner.
Yeah, this is not a slide. It's not a. He just threw up the white flag.
Yeah,
the guy surrendered.
It's a crumple.
Yeah.
A pre-tackle crumple.
It's a smart man. You know, I felt it when I hit my 30s. You know, the body just doesn't respond to even yard work, let alone getting hit by 300-pounders.
It looks like a slinky. I see you on Instagram posting a lot of your home improvement yard.
Oh, yeah, I do a lot. Oh, yeah. I'm a DIY kind of guy.
I can see you being a DIY.
Overconfident. Feel like I can do everything, even though
we know that based on your bowling hype.
You know what I learned quickly?
What's that?
Don't pour your own concrete. Pay somebody to do that.
Yeah, that can go south really quickly. Sean fresh on the return out to the 25. Gotta let the stuff set. You have to know the right chemistry to it. The humidity, all of it. We'll get more into Jordan pouring concrete when we return here to San Antonio. This NBA Finals, the betting numbers, where is everything?
Well, OKC is currently a heavy -700 favorite to win the NBA Finals. This is the 2nd largest favorite role that we've seen in the last 20 years. And if you're trying to find other value and you go to the MVP market, for example, SGA is -650 to win Finals MVP. As for the Pacers, sitting at +500. If they go on to win the NBA Finals, it would be the largest upset in the last 50 years. Like you guys had mentioned, Game 1 is on Thursday. Right now, OKC is laying 9.5 points, and we're seeing the total at 230.5. And over the next couple of days, we'll see some player props become available.
Yeah, Aaron, I saw something where if you bet on the Pacers preseason, you could get them at 50-1 to win the NBA championship. 50-1.
That's correct.
The NBA Finals now.
Long shot ticket. Hopefully that'll cash for someone.
Isn't that fun?
Did you put money on it?
No, I don't play. Of course, I don't do that sort of thing, Dre. If I go to Saratoga in the summertime, maybe I'll play a little here and there.
Right, H jet sweep, Boston, H lead, or F lead on 1 ready.
I don't know why you'd make that assumption then. 2nd and 6. And a tap pass on the jet motion award, and the flag comes down at the end.
Flag down. Referee has face mask, number 91 of the defense. Is that the end of the run? Did we get back to the line of scrimmage? We're going previous spot.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
We're going previous spot. Personal foul, face mask, 91 of the defense. 15-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Yeah, Inek Chukwu was going to get a face mask award there. He knew it, too. He gave him a little hug right after. He's got that hand caught. You know, that's the first touch for Greg Ward, though. And Peyton Pardee told us when we talked to him this week, we got to get him involved a lot and early. The former quarterback at Houston has played a ton of NFL football, 40 games in his career over a handful of years, and just haven't been able to get him touches here in this game. And really haven't had a ton of offensive plays in general.
First down, Corbin on the run, a stiff arm, and tries to get to the edge before he is forced out. And a strong career for State
Wide bunch right, Denver stare, key 1, X, and wide bunch right, Denver stare, key 1, X slant.
Here we go. A wide bunch right, Denver stare, Z key 1 on 1 ready.
Jake, you got a 3-step slant. Edie, you got a key.
Oh, God. Look at the box.
Hey, go to 18.
2nd and 5. Corbin breaks free. as he dives his way towards the 30-yard line.
Watch Sam Tecklenburg, the center. He's going to help out with this block and then climb to the second level to get Donald Payne. That's a great job by the savvy center. Another guy who played a lot of NFL football in his career. 17 games played with Panthers. Played college at Baylor under Matt Rule.
Corbin again! Spinning his way towards the 16, and only the second time that San Antonio's been in Arlington territory today.
Yeah, this is who they've needed to be, right? They need to get the run game going so they can RPO off it, they can quick game off it. And a really good job Peyton Pardee has this drive of staying disciplined, using tempo to try to wear down this Arlington defense. And
see the wrist wrap of Corbin coming loose. He's not doing rhythmic gymnastics. That's his tape job on his right hand coming loose there after the 13-yard run. Mons, he keeps it and dives ahead to the 13.
Aiden. 12. Y'all have cube over here.
So quarterback Jared Garantano. Jared, what's the play call, or what do we expect to see after this?
Right now, we're in 12 personnel, 2x2. We have our running back going on a corner route. Backside, we're running a levels concept. We should be good to go. Man-to-man, corners over. Running back has to win. Does he win? No, he didn't win on that. We're asking for pass interferences. I didn't even see the play.
Awesome. So we're going to go to we're going to stay with you. So talk to us about what's this next play call when you hear it, and then also walk us through the play.
11. All right, let's go here. Okay.
Let's go. 20 seconds. 18.
All right, let's go. Bunch left. All right. Gray 6 Fiesta. Z shallow. Bunch left. Sorry, bunch right. Gray 6. Timeout.
We're going to have to call timeout. Trying to go to 12 birds right here. Thinking that it's man-to-man, we're going to switch birds. Thinking about we're going to get the backside over route for a touchdown, but he couldn't get the play call in, so now we got a timeout.
Stay with you as we're going for this next play. We hear the coach talking, but you do some quarterback training on your own. What would your conversation be right now in the red zone, third down? What's that conversation for you like?
Right now, 20-3, 3rd and 6. Thinking about not taking a sack here. We're in field goal range. Worst comes to worst, we're down 17, so we're thinking that it's 4th down territory. I tell them to protect the ball, take the check down if we have it, try to move the sticks. If we have an opportunity for a touchdown, obviously go for it.
Copy. So we're going to stay with you. So get us the next play call, and also talk us through what the play is going to be.
Like I said, so 3rd and 4 to 6, they major in cover 1. Right now, he switched the play call to a draw play. So now we're thinking that it's in 4th down territory. If we can get the 4th and 2, we're probably going to go for it. Trying to pick up some healthy yards here. We'll see if we can or not.
So Detroit, that's QB draw, running back draw?
Running back draw.
And John Lovett is the running back.
Pass, 2x2 open. They're going to probably roll down the single high, it looks like. 4-2 box. Let's see, they're blitzing opposite. Come on.
Here is the draw, and they ate it right up. Lovett tackled for a loss.
Playing cover 1 on 3rd and 6, though. Probably should have stayed without play.
Yeah, they ended up bringing the pressure to the draw side, which makes it really tough. Linebacker Loops sitting right there in the lap of John Lovett. And again, that play call was to just pick up a few, try to get into a 4th and short so you can feel good about calling a play and maybe going for it, but is the right call here on 4th and 10. Just taking the points, try to make this a 14-point game.
See if they can cut into this lead with Viscano. 35-yard field goal attempt as they cut coming off the edge, and he puts it right through. 20-6 is our score now. As this presentation.
This next offensive series, as he waits to get the play call right here, what do we have?
We got double right. We're just go wagon 5, just run to the left, pulling a tackle, and then we got a Z glance RPO behind it. So he'll read the safety. The safety stays back. We'll just hand it off.
So on the handoff, with the clock rules in this league, it seems like you guys have relied pretty heavily on the run game so far in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we knew going into it, we ran it really well week 1 versus these guys, so we knew we'd be able to run the ball. So we'll see RPO here. See a safety over top right watch on the screen. Yeah, wide safety, same call.
12, 8 Dixie
12
right,
personnel,
3-5-1, all hitches, Y Hank.
All
8
hitches,
Dixie
Y
right,
Hank. So we're just going all hitches
351,
here.
all hitches, Y
Tight end's
Hank.
going to run a Hank route over the ball, just old school. So just read it out. Hitches pre-snap, you should know who you're throwing the ball to, and if not, just read it. Hank over the ball to kind of check down.
Copy that.
We'll see what they go. 8 Dixie, the running back. Yeah, there we go. We're getting him set now. We'll see.
Nice and easy pitch and catch here, right?
Should be, yeah. We'll see.
2nd and 9. Let's see if that pitch and catch happens. It does instead.
Let's go. Might go in here. Go here.
Holton Ambler's mentioning there's my college receiver.
Yeah. He also said he may go in here, so let's wait and see. What do you got? What's personnel package? All right, see ya.
There he goes.
Duff right, Hack, Gator 5. Duff right, Hack, Gator 5.
Well, now you can talk to Luis Perez, Luke.
Let's go Monday, right? Duff right, Hack, Gator 5. You got one, Duff right.
What do we got package-wise here, Luis?
We got a quarterback run here, so come on, get it off. Yeah, we're good. Halfback away. Let's see, come on. Read that in.
3rd and 2.
Nice.
Holton, a lot of traffic. He was bottled
Heavy
up.
box, right?
Heavy box, yeah.
Boy, Rashard Lawrence once again just blew this one up right down the A-gap. If not, there is a big lane there. If Lawrence isn't right in Aller's face, that could have been a big play.
Guys, what did I tell you about the package offense?
Exactly.
Too many negatives, guys. They're having such success with their base package. Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me right now.
Well, it's predictable, right? They don't throw the football out of it very often at all. Allers did have a touchdown pass last week, but it was on like the 1 or 2 yard line. More of a gimmick. Heavy run out of that. They stack the box. Just really tough to find lanes.
Marquette King, veteran NFL punter, with a knuckler downfield. Of course, we'll be broadcasting the playoffs next week. Michigan-Birmingham, I'm really looking forward to that game on ABC next Sunday.
Well, yeah, we know how much that matchup means to Michigan, to Mike Nolan. They're 0-6. Last game was close, but they didn't have Bryce Perkins. Michigan is going to have one of the best players in the UFL back and healthy. That game is going to be completely different than what we saw a couple weeks ago.
It's interesting that we've had all 4 teams locked in for a few weeks now, and the mindset and the approach that you have to take of managing the end of the season, knowing that you're already in. This is the bracket for the UFL playoffs.
Yeah, well, for that example, Bryce Perkins, he's been healthy to play, but, when you sit for a couple weeks, you still have that same juice. DC rested Jordan Ta'amu last week, so how these guys respond after a week off or a few weeks off is going to be really interesting.
Well, and the familiarity, too, guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they've played each other each of the last 2 weeks, all 4 of those teams.
There's Perez looking at the tablet.
H-drag, tusk left, flop, gray check, Z-Uno, H-drag.
Here we go. A tusk left flop, great check, tusk left flop, great check, Z-Uno, H-drag. On one, ready? Ready? Wake up.
Pain in his face as he throws it and gets it complete to Kirkland, who turns the corner for a first down. You mentioned Jordan Ta'amu, Bryce Perkins. Flag is down at the end of that, and that leads us to thinking about the conversation for the MVP this year in the UFL. Now, this is according to you, Jordan.
Yeah, and I think Jordan Ta'amu was running away with it just because Bryce Perkins missed so much time. When Perkins was healthy, that was a really close race because Perkins has been so dynamic. Ta'amu has just been so consistent. And I threw Max Duggan in there because he came off the bench when Manny Wilkins went down with the Achilles injury, and he has been spectacular, right? He's raw, he's an unfinished product, but he has been the most valuable player for St. Louis. I don't think he'll win the MVP for the UFL, but he deserves to be in that conversation for how well he's played with his arm and with his legs.
Unnecessary roughness call against Arlington is what happened on the field. Yeah, and with Max Duggan, I think, listen, if you would have told St. Louis where things were after those first few weeks and then all of a sudden the injury at quarterback, that's a great coaching job. Great by Duggan, but also great by the staff.
Yeah,
they were able to change course.
Has done a sensational job.
No penalty.
Shannon Harris as well. Remember, he's the interim for DC.
Well, Shannon Harris has had an outstanding season.
Fantastic.
With unique
Play
circumstances.
resulted
just
in a
before the
first
season
down,
started.
1st and 10, San Antonio.
So they're picking up the penalty flag.
5 bunch left. Broncos stare. Key 1. Z slant.
Here we go. Hey, wide bunch left. Broncos stare. X key 1. Z slant. On 1 right. Cut. 180. Watch up.
He's love it. Straight ahead for a yard.
Well, one thing we really haven't seen at all from the Brahmas is pushing the ball downfield. So far today, it's been a lot of ball control
D's
passes
pump.
for Kellen
Tight.
Mond.
Red check. X-O. D's pump.
D's pump, so I believe that's going to be a
check,
slant and go.
Expo,
I
D's
think I remember
pump.
D's earlier was a slant for these guys, so this is going to be some kind of double move. Here's going to be the shot play that I was just mentioning. We'll see if they get the right look to let it fly.
Mon being chased back and then has to go across the grain and just get it underneath to love it, who was met immediately.
Yeah, pocket just broke down there for Mond. Safety was over the top of the double move, didn't have anything, did a good job of just trying to make something out of nothing. That's the thing about taking shots against this defense. They're so good at rushing the passer, which is full.
Spread. Flip blue check. Z
really
Uno
hard to get enough time.
Spread. Blue check flow. Z Uno X drag. On 1 right. One.
Third down and 8. A-gap pressure gets picked up by the running back. And it'll be 4th down.
Miscommunication there between Marquez Stevenson and Mond. You saw him kind of mouth there. It was man press, which as a quarterback, when you got man press, you're thinking a go route. If you had that off zone or bail coverage, that's when he'd turn up on that stop route. So just not on the same page on that 3rd down shot play.
There's been some frustration on the sideline between Stevenson and some of the coaching staff of, okay, getting the correct play call and running the right route.
Vizcaino is forced into action as a punter and hits an umbrella punt that's fielded at the 26-yard line by Price. And Price returns it to the 35. Let's bring in Aaron. What are you tracking, Aaron?
Well, you can currently live bet the Renegades' next drive outcome. You got 4 options, and they've been really filling up the stat sheet for today. All 4 of these options have cashed at least once. Now, we didn't see a punt in the first half, but we have seen 2 in the second half of this game. And keep in mind, Arlington, that offense has been getting hot over the last 4 weeks with 11 total touchdowns. So again, this is available right now to live bet on ESPN Bet.
First 5 Arlington drives all reached the red zone. And 20 points put up all in that first half. Last couple drives have been 3 and outs if you're thinking about what Aaron put forth. Perez downfield and gets it complete to Sal Cannella.
This is just such a good throw by Perez. He's going to have a linebacker right here underneath Cannella. He's got to get the ball up and over, but not make it hang so long that that safety can make a play on it. Cannella down after that hit.
Yeah, watch the end of this play, this hit he takes right there.
Yeah.
That was Henry Black who came in as Cannella is slowly getting to his feet.
Good to see him pop up and walk off on his own power. That's a guy that I just keep scratching my head. Why has he not stuck in the NFL?
You know, I feel the same way in terms of production, and then you see him sort of that tweener size, right? Because he goes about 225, but he's so productive. It's about fitting into where he could be.
It's got to be the right scheme, right? Because he's not an inline guy. He's not a great blocker at the point of attack. He can do enough to get it done, but he is such a weapon in the pass game. And I got to think after the production he's had, he's going to get another opportunity in camp in the NFL this year.
Now, this is fun to see our true vision chest cams on each side of the ball, the running back versus the linebacker. And here is Hunter, who's wearing that chest cam as you see it in real time on the left side of your screen. And just listen to that. We'll replay it for you, but Day Hunter on that.
Just the rumbling and bumbling.
Day Hunter wearing that True Vision chest cam.
Hey, run, Day. Go for right off. Code 3, F bubble access. Until ready. Gotta go. Let's go.
The live access right from the huddle, right into position after he just went for 16 yards. Perez to the outside to Peyton. Meanwhile, Jordan Williams, the leading tackler, is wearing the True Vision chest cam. On the other side for San Antonio, as we come down to the end of the third quarter. And Arlington trying to finish up the season at 500. We go down rabbit holes when we come to town.
Drama holes? We don't have. No, we don't have.
That'd be even bigger, Sam, you're a Texas guy. You know all this stuff. You're a Longhorn.
I am a Longhorn, but there are differences between Brahmas and Longhorns. I don't know them, unfortunately.
Perez trying to open up this fourth quarter with a strike to the end zone, but Sean Fresh had coverage on Tyler Vaughn's.
Yeah, really the first vertical shot here to Tyler Vaughn's. That back shoulder connection has been so good. This time Perez trying to put it over the top, just over the shoulder of Sean Fresh in great position there. And I mean, Vaughn still almost came down with it.
Perez trying to find free space to get that first down, but Marcus Haynes is there on the tackle.
Boy, I've said his name a lot. Rashard Lawrence here on a little bit of a stunt's going to start here and loop around. Again, coverage on the back end is what makes this happen. There's nowhere to go with the football for Perez. Again, Lawrence provides that pressure, and anytime you're going up against Perez, you just want to make him move, right? For Bryce Perkins, you don't want to give him that path, that lane to take off and run. For Perez, you want to move him off his spot, let the rest of your team rally for the tackle. That's exactly what they did there.
Haversick in to try to add to the lead. Whistles blow.
Before the snap, coach would like to challenge the last play. He didn't say what. He just threw the red flag at my feet.
Oh, so we're going to get a little bit of a red flag challenge here.
T right behind you. Right behind you, RT.
Yep, that 38, number 8.
Was held? Okay.
35.
On the pass play.
Yes.
You could hear the audio from our line judge, Catherine Conti.
Arlington is challenging.
Is this number 8 at the bottom? That's who I have, number 8.
That's the audio from
yes,
the
the bottom receiver,
Center.
correct? Okay, that's what I'm looking at, the
Dean
bottom
Blandino.
receiver. And so, let me know if we have a close-up. It's tough to tell what's happening. There is some contact, but I don't see a grab or a hook. I'm looking at it, Frank. It's number 8, their receiver number 8. Here's a close-up of it. This is what TV is showing. Again, tough to tell if we've got a grab or a hook, but at that point, if I go back to where the quarterback is, we got to check to see if he's already on the ground at that point. So now when I look back, even if there is a hold at that point, the quarterback's already on the ground. So after review, the ruling on the field stands. There is no holding. Challenge unsuccessful and charge a timeout.
During play, there is no holding by the defense. Arlington is charged with their first timeout at half, and they lose their super challenge for the remainder of the game. It is 4th down.
I remember without Bob Stoops, that was Chuck Long on the right. The ops coordinator is the acting head coach, so he's got to notify defense coordinator Marvin Sanders to throw that flag. And just a little discrepancy. There was a tug in a hole, but was Perez already going down? That's kind of what Dean Blandino was looking at. You know what I love about the challenges? They play it in the entire stadium.
I love that.
At home, you don't know that, but the audio and the video is going out for all the fans in their seats to see Dean Blandino work through the semantics of that call there.
The level of transparency in the UFL with the officiating is superb, and serving the fan equally so. Haversick with the field goal attempts, and with 180 yards, only 4 incompletions on the day. Off the bounce, this is Sheridan on the return. Last day of the regular season in the UFL, and then come next Sunday, this is a great setup for the postseason. The 4 best teams, USFL Conference, right here on ABC. That conference championship game will be Michigan against Birmingham, and then DC and St. Louis in the evening. And that includes, of course, Jordan Ta'amu, who's thrown for over 2,100 yards. Earlier in the day, we will get a chance to see Bryce Perkins, who's had an outstanding season as a dual threat quarterback for Michigan. Corbin struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage. Sam?
So I'm here with Jared Garantano again. And Jared, you talked about wanting to get into this when you're done, getting into media and also giving people an insight. So we're going to get a chance to give people an insight into what's going on, not just in the mind of a quarterback, but also what's going on the field as you hear the play. So tell us the play and then walk us through what's happening.
Right now we're 2nd and 10. We're going to be in 2-by-2 open, wide short motion. We have a full field progression right now, so he's going to start left to right. Right now, 2nd and 10, we're just trying to find a completion. We're down by 17, so if we can take this quick out outside, if not, he's going to progress on to middle read. Good. Perfect.
So that's the quick out. And so now you got 3rd and short, it looks like. What would you, I know we're going to get a call. What would you call right now?
3rd and short, we're expecting man-to-man.
All right, let's go.
We definitely can't run outside zone. We got to run inside zone if anything. I think we're in 4 down territory now, down 17 with 12 minutes left.
So what's the call here? It sounded like a...
We have inside zone with backside with the tight end ceiling opposite. It looks like last time we had this, they played cover 0 to it. It looks like they're about to play cover 0 again. 5-man front. This is going to be tough. We got to get it downhill.
3rd and 1, Corbin. Well, that's going to be close based on that spin. Johnson with the tackle.
That should have been a loss of 3 right there, but he's able to pick it up.
So say that one more time about Jay-Sean.
Jay-Sean's one of our best players on the team, if not the best player on our team. Oh, this is awesome. We got a double move here. We're going 7-man pass pro with this one. Taking a shot down the field. We're going to basically all game right here out of this 2-by-2. We've been running our 10-yard shutdown. Right now, he's going to run a pump off of it. Press might not even be on. He's going to throw this up to Jacob Harris, so go beat him. Hold the safety.
He's got a lot of time. Incomplete, looking for Harris.
Absolute dime of a football. Challenger threw a seed of a football, and
well, you heard Garantano say right there, what a seed of a football. What does that mean? He planted it right in his hands, and that's one that Jacob Harris has got to come down with.
Playing a great game.
Hey, it's funny. I'm sitting here next to Jared. He said, hey, man, maybe I wasn't meant for TV because this isn't going through with
the facial expressions. Maybe it's better if you guys are watching the game and not looking at me. I didn't know. I said it's lost in the lights. I think we have another full field progression right here. We'll see. We have tight end over cross, option with the running back. Good sit down. Good. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. Probably expecting cover 1 here.
Expecting cover 1. What's your thought process? Then talk us through the play.
Let's see our menu. We're either going to go mesh here or we're going to go our 92, another variation of mesh.
11, 11, 11. On the Johnny. Sin, bunch right. Sin, bunch left. Gold, 93, X corner, wide shoot. On the Johnny. Sin, bunch left. Gold,
so we're going another variation of mesh. It's going to be a full field progression with this one. We're going to start with the high to low on the smash concept outside. If not, we have meshes coming into his vision.
Who should we be looking at?
We should be looking outside in. Right now it's man-to-man. We might have something over the ball. Free play.
Free play. Oh, they're going to blow it dead. They're going to say there was some movement. That's going to be against San Antonio.
Also arranque, número 17.
I have some bias right now towards my team right now. I won't be this bad with the media, I promise.
No, this is great. Okay, so now you go from 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I mean, we've already ran kind of all of our 3rd and longs. Unfortunately, we've been in this position way too much. We got to try to at least get half though in this situation.
Let's go here.
I would go quick then.
Trips left up, Teal, double chip, X Indiana, Z grab. Trips left up, Teal, double chip, X Indiana, Z grab.
How is that on us? They were in the neutral zone. It looks like Coach might have to throw the challenge flag here.
They called it on the receiver, guys.
It's not like they called it on the receiver.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go dagger here by the top of the screen.
3rd and 11. Kellen Mond looking for anything downfield. Incomplete.
3rd and long. We're going to give that. Team's not very happy. We don't really have anything underneath for him, but another punt here. That's tough.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jared.
Sorry for the bias here.
This is great.
Love it. Yeah, and just to clean up, it did look like it was Arlington jumping, but Greg Ward on the outside at receiver flinched first, so that was the correct call.
Did Greg come open? Really? I got it. He came open, I mean, after. Were you open earlier?
So Vizcaino on to punt again. As it's a watermelon wobbler that takes a bounce inside the 25-yard line. And a flag is down back at the 31.
Holding kicking team number 46. Kicking team number 46.
Okay, holding kicking team number 46. We're going to tack that on to the end. Going to kick holding kicking team number 46. 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. 1st and 10 for Arlington. Timeout on the field.
We've got you circled up here on that 3rd and 11, and Coach Hayes just yelled at you, said, hey, man, keep coming, keep coming. Why were you kind of in no man's land?
Oh, man, so we got a book stunt going on right here on 3rd and long. And the ends, we got contained responsibility. So pretty much, you know, they come out with this tight split by the receiver right here. And got a little chip right there, just trying to knock me inside. And I kind of went back inside, just kind of trying to keep the quarterback contained. And we got a good rush over here by our tackles. They're coming. He comes free. I just got to keep going upfield right here. Get that guy contained. You know, we're still able to get some pressure on him, but, you know, I got to keep going. And then, you know, that's an easy sack for one of us. So, yeah.
Good stuff, Willie. Thank you.
Right on. No problem.
Tess, by the way, that's an EKU Colonel.
Oh, is he really?
Oh, yes, he is.
How about that? Eastern Kentucky, great program. Willie Taylor, his 3rd year with Arlington. Of course, Luke's son is an outstanding player for EKU.
Hey, Zay. Hey, Zay, come here. Hey, come here. We're going 7, triple right tight, 51, F swirl, F hammer, a little bit pump. Okay, ready? Watch it. Gotta go, let's go.
So after the penalty, it's a 2nd and 17. Perez steps up, had pressure as he throws, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, you heard the pump in the play call there, just trying to get a little double move on the safety right here. Luis trying to hang on and wait for it, just steps up into some trouble. That ball comes out a little funky because of the contact. Trying to find Isaiah Winstead downfield. Another big hit on Luis Perez.
Dropping out.
Third and 17. Going to go underneath to Jones. And Jones will be brought down well short of the line of the game. So under 7.5 minutes to play.
Got a flag down.
Flag is down at the end of the play.
Right side block, 86. During the play, right? During the play. Blindside block if do they want the penalty or they want the fine to go to 4th? Blindside block.
Ron, you got it live ball or dead ball? I got it live ball.
What number again?
Number 86. Frank, if it's live ball, they might want to decline it.
Make sure.
I don't know what happened because I'm breaking up. What happened?
Hold on.
Blindside block. Arlington, where's coach?
Personal foul. Blindside block. No offense. You want it to decline?
Get 4th down.
It's currently 3rd and 17.
3rd and
Penalty is declined.
right here, 15. Or
No,
make it 4th
no,
down.
decline it. 4th down.
Decline it. Need a K ball.
Yeah.
Need a K ball.
So it'll be 4th and 17. Yeah, yeah. Decline it. Yeah, 4th
Let's
down.
get the ball down the end of the
It'll be like 4th and 7 where the ball's at right now.
We're going to wind it up.
I'm good. Still declining.
Let me get back in position, please.
One more time with the number on.
Number 86.
I'm declining the penalty to make
The
it.
penalty was on number 86.
All right, after all that, still 4th down.
All right, offense, we're up. Marvin.
This is what San Antonio needed, right? They needed to stop. And remember, with the way the scoring works, 17-point game is a 2-score game in the UFL. Get a 9-pointer and an 8-pointer. Or a 9-9 and you could win it.
Oh, yeah.
You can always go for 3 after a
love
touchdown.
that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You're never really out of it in the UFL.
Marquette King just smashed this thing all the way to the 13. Now, the San Antonio offense, we heard one of their players say, you know, Jayshawn Corbin's our best player. He has led the way, averaging 5.6 per carry.
Yeah, picking right up where he left off last week. I think he averaged 5.2 last week. He's a really good running back that's going to get another shot in the NFL. He's really the epitome of an all-around back. Haven't seen him get involved out of the backfield through the air, but he has done a great job of getting vertical quickly, finishing runs physically. He's with Sam Macho right now.
And you see the numbers on the year leading the UFL with over 500 yards. Sam.
I'm here with Jayshawn Corbin, the UFL rushing leader. What does that stat mean to you?
All good to God, man. Shout out to my O-line, my receivers, quarterbacks. You know, this is an 11-man game. I couldn't have did it without them. I'm just thankful, honestly.
And you're a Florida State great, but there's another Corbin who just got out from Florida State. Tell us about your brother.
Hey, shout out to Lil Bro X, man. He's a phenom. I'm just trying to lead him in the right way, be a good role model for him. Future's bright, it's a full circle moment.
And then what does this opportunity mean for you?
Well, prayerfully, you know, say get a look with the NFL and just go from there. Just take it day by day, get my body right for workouts and stuff, and just be ready to go when my name is called.
Thanks, Jayshawn.
Appreciate that.
I'll tell you, Jayshawn a few years ago, I remember I'm broadcasting a ABC primetime game to open up the 2021 season. It was against top 10 Notre Dame. He broke off an 89-yarder.
Number 0 there, you see the cutting, the vision ability, the breakaway speed. And look, as we said it, this game right here has 0 playoff implications. Both these teams can be done here with their season in 6 minutes and 48 seconds. But the NFL is watching. And the NFL scouts are watching this game. And they've been watching Jayshawn Corbin. And I think a lot of them are going to be chomping at the bit to get him in camp and see if he can stick around for a roster next year.
Sheridan going ahead on what was 2nd and 4. And that'll be a first down for San Antonio.
And I say back to the NFL for a guy like Jayshawn Corbin. He was an undrafted free agent with the Giants in 22. Played 6 games, regular season games for the Giants in 2023. So just a guy that needs more reps, needs more opportunity to develop, and he's getting that here in the NFL, and probably ready to showcase it here when camp comes around in August.
A lot of pressure, and being brought down was Mon by Caleb Johnson. Good defensive player in the middle of that defense for Arlington.
Yeah, just a blitz right off the edge. That's one that you got to be able to see pre-snap if you're Kellen Mond. The alignment, the eyes, the proximity there to the line of scrimmage. You got to be able to see Caleb Johnson coming off the edge and get rid of that ball or change the protection.
You know, I'm curious. We've been wrapping up some perspective on the season, and we'll get to it after this play here. But some good defensive players this year in the UFL. We've seen a J.N.A. Harris in this game alone for Arlington, who's been outstanding. Could have had a pick 6 earlier today. There's 2nd down and 16 for Kellen Mond and the Brahmas. But your take on the Defensive Player of the Year honors?
Yeah, Peter Dalmapenu for St. Louis has been the best defensive end in the entire UFL. He leads the UFL in sacks at 7.5. He is a wrecking ball. And a J.N.A. Harris, I mean, he might have jumped to the top of that conversation if he'd taken that interception earlier and back to the house. Already has 1 pick 6 this year. And Joe Wallace, an interior defensive lineman, does not get enough credit for the way he affects games. 4.5 sacks on the year. I believe he's 2nd in the UFL in TFLs. He is a game wrecker as well. You got a lot of good guys playing good ball on that side. To me, Dalmapenu too has just been in a league of his own this year.
3rd and long. Has to just try to check down underneath, and that goes incomplete. Now here's what we're telling you with a J.N.A. Harris earlier today. I mean, you can't have a pick 6 more hand-delivered than that.
Oh, he had a 102-yard pick 6 week 4 against St. Louis, and he was, as I said earlier, he was planning the celebration before that ball was in his breadbasket. He's going to go back, look at tape, and go, man, that's what I should have had.
When he was at USC playing for the Trojans, he had 3 pick 6s. Back then playing college football. We talked to Marvin Sanders a few weeks back. He said, the thing I love about him, though, is like having an extra coach on the field.
Yeah, he's so smart, right? And they can play him at a number of different positions on the back end, move him around, match him up, blitz him.
Oh! The short punt, massive hit, and the flag comes in. Remember, Biscayno is the punter now. He's the place kicker, so the return man is lining up, assuming it's the normal punter. But that thing hung up there short, and thus the coverage team, Joe Powell, leading the way straight down there as Powell got blown up by Jackson.
That is correct.
He did not signal. So the hit is, from a timing perspective, is legal, but it is a personal foul because he's a defenseless player. Let's go personal foul, hit to the head neck area of a defenseless player.
Saying Joe Powell was defenseless.
What was that number?
20.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 20, the kicking team. High hit to the head neck area of a defenseless player. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play with an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, this is such a hard play for Story Jackson. And just listen to this one. And again, from a timing perspective, you heard Dean Blandino. The timing was fine because Powell didn't ask for a fair catch, so it was right after the ball, but he is a defenseless player. As he's trying to catch that football, the impact or the contact was kind of to the head or neck area.
Okay, let me ask you this. He hit him with his shoulder in his high shoulder based on what they just showed. I'm asking, like, your expert opinion. Can I challenge what Dean's ruling is? Like,
yes,
will he look at it
He
honestly?
took off catch interference, but he put on a personal foul.
I know, and I guess what I'm trying to decide
If you
is...
challenge it, I don't think he would change it because he put it on.
Okay, do you have contact with Dean?
Yeah, they're talking to him right now.
Can you radio up to Dean and say, from what we just saw on that TV, it was a violent hit.
It doesn't have to be head-to-head.
No,
if it's
it was shoulder to neck, like shoulder to high shoulder. What we just saw on the TV, I didn't see any contact to the head neck area.
Give him the previous spot.
That's going in
yeah, but it's
we're enforcing it from the previous
spot was the 28. It was 4th and 17.
Can somebody relay what I'm saying to Dean, though? Because I want explanation on how he views that as head contact. Because what they just showed on the screen is not that. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, I got no issue with you.
Tell Coach the
and that's what I'm saying. Maybe he has a view that I don't have, because what we just saw here.
Dean just said the foul is because he hit a defenseless player in the head and neck area.
What? They're assessing the penalty, though, on this punt, so it's going to be 4th and forever. No, it's 4th and 30.
Down, we had to go backward.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. Sorry, I was talking to my coach on that. I guess I just want to talk to Dean after the game, because
I'm going to expose him in the net. It's the head and the neck area.
I understand. All I'm saying is, like, from what they just showed on that little TV deal, it looked like now it's hard because I'm on the field and I'm only seeing what. Oh, hold on, run that back. I'm telling you, run that back. Oh, I wish they would. What I saw in that glimpse was it looked like he made shoulder contact to shoulder. You know what I mean? But that's why I was hoping Dean could show what he saw, because what I just saw on that, at least standing right here, didn't look like it.
Command center reviewed that.
Does that make sense?
I have explained that.
Appreciate you.
Sure.
It's almost like asking a fellow poker player to show you his hand before you call him all night.
Well, if you're going to challenge, you challenge.
Yeah, you got to challenge
like he wants
it
to know the result.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Dean about that.
Uh-oh.
Biscayne, he just sends it off the side of his foot. Dean, let me ask you a question. If you're done administrating in the Verizon Command Center. Dean, do you overhear that conversation with Coach Peyton Pardee, with your official, and sort of get ahead of it a little bit?
I do. I can listen to what the coaches are talking to the officials about. Now, on that play, officials threw a flag. You had a returner that did not signal, so he can be contacted. From a timing perspective, it was legal. He touched the ball and then was hit, but he's still defenseless, and the contact was to the head neck area. Because San Antonio recovered the ball, the only place we can enforce that penalty is back at the line of scrimmage and replay 4th down.
Thank you, Dean. Dave Hunter. Go back and take one more look at what happened on that punt return. And you look at the returner middle top of your screen here. You see there was no signal, but here comes the penalty right there.
All kicked his right hand. So ready? Convert it with one of his pressure.
Perez downfield, incomplete.
A lot of credit to Sean Fresh in this game. You know, Will Reed, the defense coordinator for Brahmas, mentioned we're starting a couple young guys that we just picked up. Sean Fresh signed just a couple weeks ago. Gave up one big one to King Butler last week. Couple really good plays in tight coverage. He's been fantastic. He's been in the right position every time they've tested him deep.
Gotta go.
Perez taking another shot. This time he earns the flag as he was looking for Deontay Burnett.
Holding defense.
21. Holding. Number 21 in the defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
This time William Hooper again in tight coverage. Peyton Pardee still with that challenge in his pocket. He's getting a look at the replay here in the stadium.
I'm talking. Oh, okay, no, you're good. I was holding you to make sure I didn't want the challenge. All right, so we're going.
It's interesting there is Peyton Pardee is, you know, the officials overhearing him. You got Dean who can listen into everything, and as we come up on the 2-minute warning, 23-6. This presentation of the UFL will continue after these messages. Talent, they could easily be in the postseason that we're thrilled to be bringing you next week. Luis Perez, what a day for him. 26 of 32, 81% completion percentage, threw for 290 yards. He was sacked only one time. He spread the ball around, completing passes to 9 different receivers, and he had a touchdown run. Big day from Perez.
Yeah, massive, and just showcasing again why he deserves another shot in the NFL. A guy that as a backup quarterback can come in and run any system and be extremely efficient. A disappointing year for the Spring King and for Arlington, but they should be proud about the performances they put together each and every weekend.
23-6 is your final. Reminder, we will be back with the USFL Conference